Hey guys, my name is Soles and welcome to Pokemon TCG Online. This is a new series that I'm going to call the Deck Wizard Challenge. In this challenge I will be choosing a star Pokemon and then letting the Deck Wizard build a deck around it completely out of my control. I have been collecting the Pokemon Generations collection boxes, all of the collection and promo boxes actually. And I decided, since the Blastoise Generations box was the last one, I'm going to select Blastoise as the star of today's episode. Since I play quite a lot of Standard, my rank is probably a bit higher than it is in other formats. So I'm going to go expanded format for this, just so hopefully I can go and get matched against people who aren't overly great, because I'll be like right at the bottom of the ladder. Whereas if I go in Standard, I'll be ranked against people that are the same rank as me. And I don't trust in the Deck Wizard enough to take on other people of decent skill yet, so just gonna go expanded. There's nothing I can do. There's really nothing I can do. I'll put these three down. I think I just have to concede. There is absolutely nothing I can do in this game. Yeah. Alrighty, let's try that again. This time we're gonna go and make a standard deck. Water, Blastoise, here you are. Continue. You cannot add more than... Wait, Deck Wizard added more cards than you're allowed, so I'm gonna try that one more time in the standard. Alright, here we go. First up we have Ordino EX. First attack 1 energy for 20 damage, Drain Slap, heal 20 damage from this Pokemon. It's not too bad. The next one though, 3 energy, do the wave for 60 damage and does 10 damage more for each of your benched Pokemon. For a potential of 120 damage for 3 energy is, even in standard, it's not too bad. But when you Mega Evolve that into Mega Ordino EX with Magical Symphony, 110 damage for 3 energy. If you play a supporter card from your hand during this turn, it does 50 more damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. That is quite strong, and you can actually make decks out of it. Ho-Oh, 180 HP, completely useless, as you can see here. No fire, no electric energy. Yeah. Completely useless. Kangaskhan EX, 180 HP again. First attack, triple draw 3 cards. That's, considering I'm not sure how strong this deck will be, the draw support will be appreciated. 3 energy, Kindred Kick for 70 damage, flip a coin, if heads this will do 30 more damage. So 3 energy for 70 to 100 damage is, it's manageable. I can deal with that. Next up we have Lugia EX. I've seen this in not quite a few, the occasional standard deck. 170 HP, first attack 2 energy Aero Ball, 20 times the number of energy attached to both active Pokemon. Similar to like the Mewtwo and all that type of, all those Pokemon that have the, well, as it says, 20 times the amount of energy. It's a safe attack, although a lot of Pokemon now don't use too many energy apart from the EX, which there aren't too many EX decks. That are, well, not that there aren't many, it's just that there are a lot of evolutionary decks now as well as EX in standard. So, I mean, if you're looking at the superior, that only uses 1 energy. The Garchomp uses 2 energy, sometimes 3 if they need the extra bit of damage. We're looking at Greninja. Greninja only uses 1, sometimes none at all. And Trevenant is 2 because they get the stadium up. Nevertheless, let's talk maximums here. Maximum will do 20 times the 3 energy, which will give you 60, and the 2 for that. 100 damage is not bad. The other attack, Deep Hurricane, 4 energy, 80 plus into the stadium, you got 70 damage. We'll see if there is an stadium in this deck just quickly. Yes, 2 rough seas. Okay, 2 stadiums. So we have the potential to do 150 damage. Not too bad. Alrighty, where are we up to? Regigigas. 3 energy for Daunt for doing 80 damage during your opponent's next turn. Any damage done by attacks from the defending Pokemon is reduced by 40. I can deal with that. And Heavy Impact, 4 energy for 100 damage. Not too effective. I'd probably, sorry, not too efficient. I'd probably stick to Daunt just so I unless I have no other use for the energy really. I'm not sure what to go with that 9 is. I'm not sure what that is, actually. We have the 2 Shaman, my only 2 Shaman that I have. 1 Full Art, 1 Standard EX. I'd like to get another Full Art, but they cost a lot of booster packs at the moment for trade, and I'm just not willing to part with too many. Ash Greninja, another promo from a collector's box that I got recently. 170 HP, 2 energy. Dancing Shuriken is a pretty bad attack for a... well, actually, this card in general is actually really bad. I mean, Dancing Shuriken, flip 3 coins, 20 damage times the number of heads, not too great. And Ninja Blade, 130 damage. This Pokemon can't use Ninja Blade during your next turn, so you're going to have to retreat it unless you're going to risk the Shuriken. Overall, it's a bad card, but it is usable because it is only 3 energy for 130 damage. Yeah, it could be worse, but it could be so much better. The star of the deck, Blastoise EX. 2 energy for Rapid Spin, doing 30 damage. Switch this Pokemon with one of your bench Pokemon. Then your opponent switches his or her active with one of their bench Pokemon. So it's basically a attack with an escape rope both in one, although the opposite, you switch and then they switch. I mean, it could have its uses. You don't get to select what they're going to switch into, but it's a disruption attack. It's not overly useful damage-wise, but it's a disruption. And then Splash Bomb, 120 damage, potentially doing 30 damage to yourself. Not too bad, but with the Mega Blastoise EX, I didn't even realize I had this. 3 water energy for Hydro Bombard, doing 120 damage. This attack does 30 damage to 2 of your opponent's bench Pokemon. Not bad. I haven't seen this card before, so I'm not familiar with it, though that is pretty decent. Alright, now we have a 1/1/1/1 evolutionary line of Froakie, Fragadia, Greninja Break. That's hugely inefficient. I don't think I'll ever actually get that off. Greninja Break, always a great card. Discard 1 water energy, and you do 60 damage, or 6 damage counters, to any of your opponent's Pokemon, so you get to choose. Very, very strong card. Greninja Break decks are quite strong. Gyarados EX. I don't know what to think about Gyarados EX. Like, it's not really strong. I mean, you can flip a coin to get tails. Each head you get a water energy that you can attach to that to your Gyarados EX. 4 energy for Splash Burn, doing 130 damage and 10 damage to each of your bench Pokemon. Now, considering most of these Pokemon, EX, it's not too much of a problem. However, that will mean that brings your EX Pokemon, after doing this once or twice, down to like 1 to 2 shot range instead of 2 to 3 shot range, and that is getting a bit risky. We have a Full Art Manaphy EX in here with 120 HP. Its ability Aqua Tube is used in quite a few water decks actually. Occasionally use it in my Greninja Break deck. Each of your Pokemon that has any water energy attached to it has no retreat cost. So as you can imagine, it's a very, very good ability for any water deck. And then secondly, we have for 2 water energy, Mineral Pump, doing 60 damage and healing 30 damage from each of your bench Pokemon. Now we have a few attacks in here, like we have the Blastoise, we have the Gyarados off the top of my head, that do damage to your bench Pokemon. So that healing 30 from each of your bench Pokemon, as well as we have the Rough Seas that we saw before, it could come in quite handy. Seismitoad EX has been a strong contender in Standard for quite a while. It's not used too much anymore. I haven't seen it too much in the Standard ladder. However, I know like maybe 6 months ago, this was up the top there in some of the strongest decks. With Quaking Punch, even though it only does 30 damage, restricting your opponent from using any item cards during your next turn, that is a huge disruption, and I play, both play and have played against Trevenant Break decks, and even Vile Plume as well, and I guess Garbodor as well. Well, Garbodor's not as popular, but mostly Trevenant Break. Not being able to use items in Pokemon TCG is one of the most frustrating things, and when you can't use your items, like there's a lot of times where your turns you just have to end your turn because you don't. A lot of decks in Standard don't have a lot of energy. You require those items to get you what you want to set up, and when you can't do that, you're basically just top decking and waiting for that draw of that one card of a Sycamore or something, so you can discard everything because you can't use it. Vaporeon EX, 180 HP, so we've got the extra 10 compared to your average or your base EX. 2 energy, Bubble Drain for 30 damage, healing 30 damage from this Pokemon. There are damage dealers to yourself and your bench. And then we have 3 energy, Deep Squall, 130 minus. This attack does 130 damage minus 10 damage for each damage counter on this Pokemon. Oh god. This Pokemon is allergic to damage. Alright, let's get on to the items. Oh, sorry, the trainer cards. We have 4 energy retrieval. It's usually a good card, but when you've got 20 energy, I don't know if it's necessary. We have 2 Great Balls. I'm assuming there's not going to be any Ultra Balls, and we have 20 Pokemon in this deck, so it is useful. Mega Catcher. There aren't too many Mega decks. Well, there are a few, but they're not... I don't come across them too often. I mean, you've got your Mega Rayquaza, your Mega Manectric, Mega Alakazam, and there's one more. I can't think of it off the top of my head. I'm missing something. Oh, you occasionally see Gardevoir. Oh, Mewtwo, that's the one. And, we have a Sail Fossil, which, look at the bottom of 7 cards of your deck, reveal a Amora, and as you saw, the amount of Amoras in the Pokemon, or rather lack thereof, that is a completely useless card, and we have 2 of them. Oh. Alright, let's go to Bridget. Search your deck for 1 basic card, 1 basic Pokemon EX or 3 basic Pokemon, and put them onto your bench. Considering there's a fair few EX cards in this deck, and we don't have any Ultra Balls, I guess that's not too bad, because then we can get what we want. Next up, we have a Hexmaniac. Hexmaniac I do like because it stops those annoying item locks, like your Trevenant, like your... or anything. Sometimes people misplay, like they'll play a Shaman after someone's played a Hexmaniac, and they just wasted a Shaman. We have 1 Lysandre, and we want to say it. We have a Misty's Determination. Discard 1 card from your hand, and then look at the top 8 cards of your deck and put one of them into your hand. It's pretty good. We have a lot of energy that we can discard. We have a lot of Pokemon, including the Ho-Oh and the Sail Fossils, and quite a few cards that are completely useless. So if we can combo them up, we have a means to get better cards and more useful cards. Actually useful cards in the deck. We have 1 N, a Fates Collide N. N is always good. Considering this deck, I don't have too much faith in this deck so far. I'm assuming I'm going to be a little bit behind in the prize game for most of the game. So N could come into our advantage by giving them a bit of a sucker punch. Yeah, reducing their hand size quite a bit. We have 2 Rough Seas. We're a water deck, so Rough Seas is actually the right stadium. When I did this for Expanded, which I'll probably cut out because I tried one game and it was just... yeah, not too great. We have an energy patch. We have 3 of them. I don't really think it's necessary considering we have 20 energy. Like, that's a lot of energy. I think it's just going to be... I mean, I'm never going to be worrying about running out of energy, and it's the only tool in the deck. So I might as well utilize it, I guess. Oh god, what have I done? Oh yes, and the energy. 1 grass energy and 19 water energy. Let's save this deck. What? Yeah, I'll give the plasma, blue plasma, give the Blastoise deck box and sleeves, and we'll call it In Deck Wizard We Trust. Exclamation mark. No exclamation mark? Or did I run out of... ah, okay. I ran out of letters to use. New deck is ready to go. Thank you, Deck Wizard. I really don't expect much from this deck, I'm gonna be honest, but let's go. Yes, I definitely want to withdraw every extra card that I can. I'm very, very worried right now. Houndoom EX. Okay, well we've got the Ho-Oh, which is completely useless. What does Houndoom do? Discard 2 cards at the top of your deck and attach a Fire Energy from your discard pile to one of your benched Trainer's Mail. I don't know if I'm going to actually be able to do anything with the Deck Wizard. Maybe this whole series will just be me losing horribly. Just losing games non-stop. But we'll have a bit of fun. So he's going to have a bit of a milling deck maybe with that. Oh, the star of the deck is gone. He's down. No. He's got 2 energy. I'm just going to triple draw. Use the get the 3 cards out. Give us 3 good ones. That's what we want. Well, we've got a Misty's Determination now, but we also have Sail fossils. Two of the... Oh, so useless. Evo, so... Okay, so he's gonna evolve into the Houndoom for sure. Definitely, yep. Houndoom, sorry, Mega Houndoom. EX. And the Sycamore, yep, of course. Alright, so he's gonna be doing 160 damage this turn. If he discards 2 energies. Oh, okay, yeah, that's probably a smart option. Because if he discards it 2, he'll do 160 damage, but then he's got to, you know, that's probably the smarter play. So I'll put the water energy down, and I'll use the Misty Eater's Determination. I probably want to get a water Pokemon out. We'll get rid of the Ho-Oh. Useless, completely useless. Alright. Gyarados. It's going to take a while to get set up, but we need some water to put out that fire. Definitely need water. Oh, this is so risky. We'll get rid of that. Yeah. The guy's probably just like, what is this guy? Who am I up against? Why does he have a Sail Fossil? Alright, we'll get the, hopefully 100 damage. Come on, Kangaskhan. I don't think I want to draw through card. Well, I'd like to, but I need to get some damage down. Because he's going to take me out next turn. He's got it at the stadium, that doesn't really help us at all with no fighting or fire energy. Is he going to discard the 2 for the... Yeah. Had a feeling he'd do that. So we'll get all the energy back, but... We're in a pretty bad spot right now. He's got his first 2 prize cards. I think I'll go the Gyarados, and hopefully we can get lucky with the Stormy Seas, get set up, and then take out their Houndoom. My head's... Okay, so we didn't even get one. And he's got a Mega Turbo. Okay, so he's going to get both of those back. Oh, yes, only one? Oh, he had 2. Okay, well, I guess I was right anyway. So he got the Spirit Link, and he's going to... Yep, okay, he's going to evolve. He's going to have both Mega Houndooms out, ready to go. He's going to first seek the Sycamore? Yeah. Fresh new hand. He did get rid of the fire energy. I forget what that does actually. I'm not too familiar with it. Okay, so when you discard it, it doesn't really discard. That's pretty relevant for the fire deck. Okay, so he's thinking about getting rid of it. No. He was thinking about getting rid of those 2, getting the 160 damage. Alright, I shouldn't have done that. He's going to take me out next turn. Damn it. I'll have to put the pouch on now just to be safe. Might as well do this just to get thin the deck out a bit. I mean, we have plenty of energy, so might as well get all of them out of the deck. So Gyarados is going to go down this turn. Okay, we're in a... I don't think I can win. Oh, even the Lugia isn't that great. Lugia isn't great. The Aero Ball does 20 times the number of damage, and sorry, the number of energy. And he gets rid of all his energy anyway. So that just... bad matchups. Oh, he's got the Mega Turbo to get it back. And the Blacksmith. Does he even have any left in there? Is he going to do the 160? 80. Damn. Okay. Well, that's pretty much over. We might as well just finish out the game. Let him have his victory. We'll get the Ordino. We do have the Mega Stone for Ordino in this, so we'll, even though it's not going to do anything. Unless he gives us one more chance. We'll get out that last energy from the discard pile. We'll use the Hex Maniac just so that we can... I don't know. Yeah, no. Deck Wizard, man. The Deck Wizard. I don't know if I trust the Deck Wizard anymore. Then again, this is the first game, you never know. We might have some luck later on in the next couple of games. 160 is going to take us out for the last 2 prize cards. And... Right, we'll try again. We'll give it another go. can't even use this Shaman. We can't use any abilities. That damn Garbodor. I can't even retreat the Ho-Oh. I'm gonna concede this one. There's nothing I can do. One more. Yeah. There's nothing I can do. Nothing I can do. There we go. That was pretty brutal. I played a few more games after that, and I decided not to include them in the video because it was basically just me losing for another like 2 or 3 times. So I just decided I'm going to end the video there. Hope you enjoyed it and had a bit more fun than I did. I don't know if I trust the deck wizard anymore. Maybe the challenge is finding a deck from deck wizard that is actually viable and that you can win with. Like, the only way I can see myself winning with this deck is by just going up against someone who is absolutely horrible with the game and it has some like theme deck or something, because otherwise I don't think I'm going to have any luck with it. Next week I'm going to be doing the Charizard Generations promo card from the collections box, and I'm going to see how that fares. We'll hopefully have a bit better luck and get a better deck than with the Blastoise EX. At the end of next week's Deck Wizard Challenge, I'll be giving you the option of 3 different Pokemon EX cards. I'll select the 3 and then let you decide from there. And yeah, you can decide which one I'll be doing in the following video. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like, it always helps out. And if you want to see more, subscribe. I release new Pokemon TCG Online videos every week. There was a Pokemon TCG Online Fates Collide booster pack code somewhere hidden in the video. Hopefully you got that one. If you did, leave a comment in the comment section below. Let me know what you got. Hopefully you got some good pulls. My name is Solars, and I'll see you in the next video. Oh yes! Oh, open! Go!
Yes!
Yes!
We win!